Last week, on the 4th of July, I was also invited to the workshop of WWF, Rethinking Economics, held in Bern, Switzerland. There were also two people from this organization, Rethinking Economics Switzerland. They introduced first what this organization is about. It's actually about a more pluralist economics education. This movement began first in England and then spread to various countries in Europe. They explained first how they were organized, what they were trying to teach. I gave the second presentation, about half an hour with questions, about my PhD. My PhD is about why mainstream economics ignores ecology. With mainstream economics, I mean neoclassical economics. I gave a short presentation, about half an hour, including questions. Before coming to my PhD topic, I first introduced the discontent, the problems related with mainstream economics. For example, the students of the famous author Gregory Mankiw walked out of the classroom as a protest, expressing their discontent about the bias inherent in the introductory economics course. With bias, they meant ideology, habits, and also career interests. Another example that was in Paris. Again, the students in Paris protested against the kind of economics education. And they talked about mistakes like mathematics as an end in itself. Schumacher, the famous economist Schumacher, said premature mathematization, domination of neoclassical theory, and dogmatic teaching style in economics. And they called for a more pluralist approach. Another example, in 2015, a group of economics students in Boston hung a giant poster with laser writing, "Is economic growth killing the planet?" They were protesting the conference of the American Economics Association. So I first introduced such discontent about the mainstream, about the education of mainstream economics. Not to forget, in 2014, students from more than 30 countries called for a more pluralist teaching in economics with an open letter. You can find all these references in my slides that you can download. I will prepare a video and publish in YouTube explaining all these details. And after this introduction about the discontent, I introduced my PhD, Why Mainstream Economics Ignores Ecology. So far, I could identify three primary reasons for ignoring ecology. In the scientific sense, these are my hypotheses to be investigated. The first one is ideology. The industrial paradigm which dominates modern education and also modern economics education. This is the human-centric, mechanistic, and reductionist worldview that generally serves to the interests of imperial and exploitative corporations. Second one is the short-term and money-oriented economic interests. And the third one is the career path dependence. So ecological literacy has no priority for the current structure of competitive education, academia, and job market. After the presentations, there was a discussion session in the workshop, Rethinking Economics. And my first question was what they mean with pluralist economics. What kind of teaching is this? Is it holistic teaching? Is it multidisciplinary? And they said no. With pluralist, they mean the students should understand multiple schools of economic thoughts within the history of economic thought, like, for example, Marxism, Veblen, institutionalists, classicals, etc. In my opinion, this is necessary but not enough. I think rethinking economics requires a holistic view, including all other fields like anthropology, sociology, psychology, ecology, and also the workshops or meetings should also include all types of people, not only the exclusive club of economists, all kinds of people from different fields, as I mentioned.